Welcome to the Dr. Riggs Show. Today's topic is on genetic mutation and how it affects the lives of people around us. We have a few guests here today who are going to talk about the genetic mutation or know someone who has a genetic mutation. Our first guest's name is Anna. She's an 11-year-old girl whose mother has been using her body parts to help aid in her dying sister. She says she was only brought into this world to keep her sister alive. Let's hear from Anna. Can you explain to us what kind of genetic mutation your sister has?
So my sister is basically diagnosed with acute polycytic leukemia, which is a disease in the blood and bone marrow.
Do you feel like you were being used for your body?
I know I was, but it only took me a while to realize that it was for my sister's sake that I was being used.
How did you feel when your sister asked you not to support her anymore?
I didn't want to go through with it, but she begged me. It was then that I realized that her being alive was making her suffer more than the cancer was killing her.
Why'd you go to a lawyer if you didn't want to get emancipated? Or did you want to get emancipated from your own body?
Well, Kay and I both discussed what I would say to my mother because she knew that she might be listening to me more. But we decided that getting a lawyer would be even better because I would have somebody defending me.
Unfortunately, we have to go into a commercial break, but we will be back later on to further speak with you, Anna. Thank you for sharing your story. And we're back. Our next guest's name is Dr. Robert Neville. He is one of the very few surviving humans in the city of Manhattan. It seems that a measles virus spread and killed over 90% of the humanity. He is here today to share his story. Let's bring him out. Hello. When and how did you decide to stay in Manhattan to cure this disease?
I never wanted to leave. See, the moment I realized that people were dying and infected by some virus, I wanted to find the cure. And the only way of doing that was to get close and analyze them.
How did you try and prevent this disease from spreading?
Well, I did, several experiments with some lab rats, you see, and there were about a handful of different rats, and then I would take a vaccine and inject it in each one, and then record what I saw. Simple stuff.
Were your results successful at any point?
Yeah. In fact, I had one. I had managed to sort of cure it. See, it didn't seem like it would get so angry. I monitored the temperature, the heart rate, things of that nature. And after a while, she was no longer vicious, and her temperature and heart rate seemed to go back to normal. So I call that a success.
What happened to her afterwards? Is she living a normal lifestyle?
Well, unfortunately, she died in the night. I didn't hear the alarm signaling that she was losing oxygen from her lungs, and I wasn't able to save her. So I woke up, she was dead.
Thank you, Dr. Robert Neville, for your interesting story. When we come back, we will talk to Vincent. Welcome back to the show. Backstage, we have a man named Vincent. He has taken the life and personality of a man named Jerome. Unfortunately, Vincent was born with bad DNA that prohibited him from working at well-paid jobs. He jumped at the opportunity of taking the role of Jerome when he heard about it. Vincent took extreme measures to keep his identity a secret. Let's hear what he had to do on a daily basis. What does it mean to be an invalid?
It basically says that I have bad DNA, which when I was born, my parents didn't have a pre-implantation genetics diagnosis test done to me. The pre-implantation genetic diagnosis is to ensure that the child processes the best DNA traits for the parents, from their parents.
What kind of steps or process did you have to take in order to become Jerome?
Well, um, Jerome would take, let's say, urine, blood, hair, fingernail clippings, skin tissues from the body and give them to me to like place around my work or to carry around with me.
Thank you, Vincent, for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you.
Our last guest went through various struggles with his son and daughter having Pompeii's disease. He tried for months and months to find a cure to help them out. Let's hear his story now. Can you describe what Pompeii's disease is?
Well, it's an autosomal recessive metabiotic disorder. It damages the muscles and nerve cells, affects heart, skeletal muscles, liver, and nervous system. It really sucks.
Can you explain to us what the cure is and how it works?
It's an enzyme replacement therapy orphan drug. Chemically speaking, the drug is an analog of the enzymes that are deficient in patients among the Pompe disease. It also releases glucose into their body, which causes them to laugh. That's when we know that it's working.
Well, that's all for today. This concludes the end of our show. Thank you guys for watching.